How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hello, 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 hello. This is the Church of RNK and I'm Rosemary Nonny Knight. A pleasure to hang out with you this afternoon. And it's all about love, man. It's all about love. It's just a reminder, really. And I don't even know how long I'm going to go on for, unless you guys join in the conversation. I just like to talk to you guys. It's about love and the fact that you are in fact loved with an everlasting love, and whatever is going on with you, whatever situation you're going through, whatever crazy, who knows what is happening, guess what? You are not alone. Ever alone. Okay, and I know I'm kind of speaking to spiritual people. If I'm not, then yeah, you probably don't like what I'm saying. Basically. But this is it, guys. Sometimes we just say these things with words and they don't mean anything to us. And I want you to actually realize that even receiving love is a choice. It is a choice. You know, somebody could be sending love at you like crazy, and you will not sense it because you're feeling all the angst of what is going on in your life. You're still hearing the stories that somebody spoke over you who knows when, and or you're pretending to be something or someone that you are not. And so therefore, no matter how much acknowledgement or love the universe tries to send you, you will not accept it because you know it's not you showing up right now. You know that it's not you really in place. Do you understand what I mean? If you don't feel, in fact, I did a bit of a live stream around this morning, about, you know, helping us to see who we are for real, okay, through the eyes of spirit, instead of just seeing this self-doubt and seeing all the fears and all the craziness that sometimes our life gets all involved in. And there you are trying to start some kind of purpose-driven business thing, but you can't because there's a part of you that doesn't feel worthy of having that life, and there's all kinds of drama going on inside you, basically holding you back from everything that you desire. And until you get to the place where you fully own who you are, you will keep, and especially we spiritual people, we just kind of set these obstacles in our own path because we feel abandoned, we feel alone. Sometimes actually it's even worse for you as a spiritual person, because if you weren't a spiritual person, you'd have no expectation of spiritual magic bullets, you'd have no expectation of some kind of special treatment. So when life comes with its craziness, you just kind of take it in stride and keep moving forward. But unfortunately for you, you are spiritual. You know there's something out there. So there's a part of you that feels almost an entitlement that things should work out. And I know this because I remember when my dad died, I felt this entitlement that how can I feel all this confusion and horribleness inside of me when I have God, man? You know, you're supposed to protect me from that kind of thing, aren't you? That was the thinking anyway, ultimately. But that kind of thinking will get in the way of you creating the life that you desire, okay? It will get in the way, absolutely no doubt about that. There's an entitlement around it. There's a victimhood around it as well. And that will victims don't win, honey. Victims don't win. And so that will get in the way of you creating the life, the business that you desire. So we want to get over this. And again, it's a choice. It is a choice. And so, because I remember actually rebelling, because at that point I was really active in a particular church at that point, and I stopped going because it was like, yeah, obviously God doesn't love me, and He's not there, and I don't care. Basically, and you know, for a season there, I kind of stepped away, but then He was like, okay, yeah, but where am I going to go now? Where am I going to get wisdom from? Where, how, what, who? So yeah, I found myself back again. Basically, and you know, I only tell that story because yes, I got into a bit of a victim-y, and you know what, actually at that point in my life, I was just about to, I think I was in my final year of university and all of that kind of stuff, and I was in a very victim-y place, okay? I could tell you all kinds of stories and that would make it sound like I deserved to be in that place, but the truth is, yeah, maybe you're legitimately angry about certain things, legitimately angry that there is a certain struggle in your life, legitimately angry that your parents treated you in a certain way, your siblings, your friends, something happened, your boss did this, yeah, maybe legitimately you have a right, but victims don't win. Victims don't win. You have to accept and receive, and sometimes it is a choice to start with. It's a choice to start with. that you are in fact loved with an everlasting love, that you are never alone, you're never abandoned. So whenever you start to feel as though you are, you have to come from a place of truth rather than a place of this is the way I feel right now. Because again, as people who do want to have an impact on the world, as people who do feel as if you have a calling, you have something you want to, you want to help people with, you want your life to be significant in a certain way, there is no room for these indulgences sometimes. Yes, we have to walk through it. I'm not saying ignore completely what is going on under the surface. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I am saying let's face the stuff. Let's do the work, the internal work as well as the external work. Let us, and I'm talking about this today specifically because I'm almost like talking to myself again as a reminder to myself, because today's been one of those days. Sometimes it happens where I've given a lot. Hello, Shazir. Lovely to have you here. When I've given a lot like the day before, when I feel drained, then I wake up the next morning and I feel a little bit like, oh my gosh. But actually, the truth is, this morning I felt quite amazing. And then some things happened. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh Lord, I feel alone in this. And I had to remind myself, no, I'm loved with an everlasting love. I'm never alone. I'm never alone. So I choose to lean into that. I choose to live in trust of that. And I choose to see that actually if I'm feeling this way, it's not the truth. So therefore, there must be something else that I need to sort out. The truth is, and it's a truth that I choose to believe in, okay? You get to choose what you choose to believe in, but I personally know that I am loved. And that enables me to do these things. That enables me to move forward. When I was still feeling all victim-y, I couldn't do this stuff. I would have second-guessed and questioned myself far too much to be able to show up and be of service to anybody else. Yes, sometimes being of service actually helps you to get out of your head and into a better place. But sometimes you need to handle your internal shit. Basically, and sometimes it starts by accepting, one, that you are in fact loved, regardless of what anyone did or said or what circumstances are in your life and all of that stuff. You make the choice. You know what? I am loved. I know this. I may not feel it right now, but that's not the truth. The truth is I am loved, okay? So there's something else wrong. I need to figure that out with the support of spirit. I don't need to go through life alone. I have access to incredible wisdom. I will whip out my journal and I will start to figure out what is going on with me so that I can be free of it. Or I will just simply make a decision that, you know what? I will not let this hold me back. There is work that I'm here to do. I am loved. I accept it. I'm moving forward. We get the choice. And as I said, sometimes the people can be throwing love at you. But until you choose to receive that, it can bounce right back off you and you'll feel as if you're in this bubble of darkness all on your own. But it's a choice you are making. It's not always a conscious choice. I get that. So, honeys, I don't seek to diminish your pain. But I seek to ask you to become deliberate about getting healed and getting free. To see the vision you have for your life and to value that more than any temporary feeling that you have right now. I want us to do this affirmation. Okay. I am loved with an everlasting love. I am never alone. I am loved with an everlasting love. And yes, I receive. And again, I am loved with an everlasting love. I am never alone. can be your affirmation for today. Yeah, I am loved with an everlasting love. I'm never alone. I'm loved with an everlasting love. Yes, I receive. Because you have to make the decision to receive it. You have to make the decision to not listen any longer to the voice of self-doubt, the voice of fear, the voice of despair, to choose to actually respond to truth. And love is truth, okay? It doesn't even matter what religion or whatever you come from. We all surely agree that love is truth. The truth definitely is love. Okay? But it's a choice that you make to own that feeling, to seek out the love that is already around you, rather than coming from a place of, yeah, fear. Because fear will blind you to what is already around you. So affirm that to yourself over and over again. I am loved with an everlasting love. I am never alone. I am loved with an everlasting love. Oh yes, I receive. I'm even ministering to myself as I do this with you, because I know it is truth. And for me and for you to do the work that you're here to do, we must own this truth. We cannot wait to feel like it all the time. No, we are leaders. We're not babies any longer. Yes, we are childlike in our trust and our faith and all of that, but we're not childish. Okay? We are choosing the emotions, the feelings that we want to feel. That is, again, not to say ignore completely what is going on inside of you. That doesn't work either. At some point, it will all come crashing out. But it is acknowledging that, no, this isn't where I want to stay. So I'm going to figure out how to elevate my mood. I'm going to figure out how to keep moving forward regardless of the craziness around me. Thank you, Timothy Simpson, for sharing. I'm going to figure out the truth of this particular situation. And you know what? Literally could just be that you're tired. And then you could suddenly give a very permanent effect to a very temporary feeling. Let's not be those people. Let's be deliberate. Deliberate about designing our life, regardless of how we feel on any given day. Knowing that, especially if you're a creative person like me, you know, some days your moods are crazy up or crazy down. And then add being a woman. No, please, I'm not trying to say, and men, you're not allowed to say that, okay? Only I get away with such things. So, but this is it, guys. Let's own the truth that we are loved with everlasting love. That universe is completely on our side. And that wherever there's a block, it's just a block, and it's a block that we can handle, and it's a block that we can deal with, and we can remove any limiting beliefs that are holding us in a place that we no longer want to be. So whenever you see your life or any kind of emotion or something is kind of taking you away from the truth that you are in fact loved with an everlasting love, and you are not abandoned, you are never alone, then you have to question that belief. You have to question that thought. Or just simply eliminate it and replace it with, actually, you know what? I do know that I'm loved. I may not feel it right now, but I choose to receive it anyway and come from that place. What is the thing that a loved person would do right now? And then you do that. You take that action. Again, it doesn't even matter how, you might actually be right now in a crazy, horrible situation where it literally is not your fault. It literally is, yeah, it is painful. And if you told me about it, I would tell you, yes, it is painful, but this is it. You are still the instigator or the author of the rest of your path. So, yeah, you can be a victim, or you can choose to, you know what, I'm going to choose how I react to this, even though this is not fair, this is not whatever, this is horrible. I do not want to determine my next movements by this situation right now. It will not control me. I am loved with an everlasting love. I do not get it why I'm going through this right now, but I will still tap in for wisdom. I will still listen to those intuitive nudges, and I will move forward knowing that my route of escape is here somewhere. But I will not passively just sit here feeling sorry for myself. I will not. You say that to yourself. You remember that you are loved. You are loved. Honey, there is no mistake about you or your vision. You are right here at exactly the right time for you. Whatever you're going through is not going to be wasted. I'm not saying that, universe tries to send you through horrible stuff just for the sake of it. No. But you know what? We are people of free will. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes people freely decide to do things that hurt us. But we will not let that stop us from moving forward. We will not let that determine the rest of our life. We will not even let that determine the next minute of our life. You say again, I am loved with an everlasting love. Or sing it, in fact, in more powerful. I am loved with an everlasting love. And shout it out any old how. I am never alone. I am loved with an everlasting love. And yes, I receive you guys. It's like you're fighting in the spirit, man. Okay? Okay. For us to do the work that we're here to do, we don't settle. We're not victims. We do not passively allow things to happen to us. We proactively choose how we're going to react. We proactively decide what happens next. We take responsibility for our own feelings. We do not indulge just feelings of sadness forever. We feel the feeling, we handle the root, we look for the root. Okay, we wouldn't spend forever looking for the root as well. So it's like finding a balance. I always hate the word balance in some ways, but it is finding a balance between digging deep and navel gazing forever and also moving forward. Hey, Raja, I am fine. Basically, there's a C more. I am fine. Anywho's, guys, that's all I really wanted to come on and say. And I am sending you high vibes, let's put it that way. I'm sending you love, whatever you're going through right now, wherever you are in your day. Go into the rest of your day feeling more energized, more loved. Keep that, we have to sing it again so it sticks in your brain. I want it to stick in your brain. I am loved with an everlasting love. I am never alone. I am loved with an everlasting love. And yes, I receive. And again, I am loved with an everlasting love. I am never alone. I am loved with an everlasting love. And yes, I receive. Oh yes, I receive. Oh yes, I receive. I receive it. Yes, I receive. Let that be your song, okay? If you're really not as daring as me, then just simply, thank you, Raja. If you're not as daring as me, then say the words, okay? Say the words, and also listen into the wisdom that bubbles up inside of you that tells you where okay, there's sometimes that the reason why you feel the way you feel is very obvious. You don't need to be digging deep for that. But when you're not sure where this feeling of ugh has come from, then ask. Ask Spirit. Know, trust, knowing and trusting that actually the answer will come through to you. Then don't question when you get a flash of inspiration or a flash of a thought. Listen. Pay attention. I know if you're anything like me, there's a part of you that thinks, oh, for goodness sake, I don't need to be we're just going to be practical and we just need to move forward. I get it. But if you don't heal or you don't handle it, it just keeps coming back, so you may as well handle it. Ultimately. So yes, listen to the wisdom. Figure out where the stuff is coming from and handle it so that you can move forward a lot stronger. We are leaders, guys. There is something you're here to do, and it means that you're going to be impacting a lot of people. There's no room for all this darkness sometimes inside of your heart. Let's handle it so that we can actually build businesses, build your music, your books, your whatever it is that you want to put out in the world. Let's build it from a place of strength. Okay, let's build it from a place of strength. It is incredibly important that you handle these internal things because they hold you back from your destiny, okay? Destiny alone is not enough. For you to live out that destiny, for you to live out that potential, you must be willing to do the work. And the work is internal and external, okay? It is both. No matter how practical you consider yourself. And again, I was that person that would just laugh at people with their, I used to call it white man disease. I'm ashamed of myself right now. But I used to call it, yeah, white man disease. If you don't have food to eat, then you won't be thinking about such nonsense. That is the kind of stuff that I used to say. And yeah, okay, maybe if you're struggling to find something to eat, you might not be thinking about your emotions, but you're here. The chances are, if you have a phone and you're listening to me, you're not struggling for something to eat, basically. So you need to figure out your stuff because you're here for a reason. You're listening to me right now for a reason. There is no mistake about any part of your journey. Everything can be used to teach you, to direct you, to put you on the path, the narrow path for your life. So yes, you have big dreams and big ideas of the people you're here to impact, of the work you're here to do, how you want your life to play out, then handle your internal crazy. And start by knowing without a shadow of a doubt that you are loved with an everlasting love. The love that loves you will never go away. You are never alone. I don't even care if you're an orphan right now, you are never alone. Whatever has happened, no matter who has walked out, you are never alone. Okay? So let us step up into the destiny, into the calling that is on our lives. Let us not be so proud that we do not admit that there are things that need handling. Doesn't mean you have to expose it to every single person on the planet. I know you. I see the fear that if you show weakness, that somebody will come and take everything away from you. Honey, there are people that will love you, that will show you the love of spirit in the flesh, okay? But you have to be willing to receive. Okay? Now, honeys, you might be listening to me and this might be speaking right into your heart. We maybe need to have a conversation. If we do, you need to pop over. And when I say if we do, it depends. You will know because you'll have that intuitive nudge inside of you. All you need to do is pop over to rosemarynonnynight.com. Let me put the link in here, /freedom session. And we can have a conversation, you and I. But for the rest of you, just take it on board. I am loved with an everlasting love. I am never alone. I am loved with an everlasting love. And yes, I receive. Okay? Okay. This has been the Church of RNK. I'm Rosemary Nonny Knight. Much love, my honeys. Time to go forth and prosper. Fight for and deliberately design the life you are here to live. Because you want it all. And it's absolutely okay for you to have it all. Okay? Much love, Mel. Hey, you there? Loving you, my honey. Loving all of y'all. I will speak to you soon. Much love.